So today, the day is finally here. It's the Ask Grandma segment where we ask my mom a lot of questions. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for submitting questions here on Instagram as well as Facebook. And she's really nervous and kind of excited about it. She's so funny because the other, I think a couple weeks ago, she was upset and she said, I'm just so bored. I just want something exciting to happen. And I just told her, I'm like, be careful what you wish for. And she's like, ain't that the truth? So we're going to be asking her questions. It's going to be funny. It's probably going to be emotional. So get your Kleenex. And my mom is just, she's one of the nicest, kindest, sweetest people that I've ever met in my life. And it was a big sacrifice to quit a high-paying job to take care of her. And I don't regret a minute of it. Again, just a little history. I was adopted when I was a little tiny baby. So there's a double generation gap there. And again, I have no regrets. She's just, she's amazing. And I love her so much. And I think you will too. So let's start our intro. And then let's get to Ask Grandma. Space. Don't get too close. There.
Oh, how much you close?
No, with your arms. Are you okay? You're going to do fine when we do the questions.
I hope so.
Oh, you will. You will. And you're going to help a lot of people. You're going to help a lot of people.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Well, I think we're about done here. Okay, so it's the first official Ask Grandma segment on my YouTube channel, and this is my mom, Carol.
Hi,
Hi, Mommy. How are you?
I'm fine.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right. So we had a bunch of people send in a lot of questions, and we got some great responses. So we're going to ask you your questions so that we can get advice from somebody who has lived such a long and amazing life. Also, we're here with Savannah. Savannah, that's your baby. Let's start off with something light.
That's good.
Yeah, let's start off with something light. What's the most important thing to pack when you travel?
My makeup
Your makeup. Is that it?
and medication.
And medication. Oh, yes. Gotta have the Xanax.
Yes,
Thank heavens for Xanax.
yes.
Is it worth it to get pierced ears?
Important to what? Pierced ears? Well, it is to me. I like the pierced ears because I can wear prettier earrings. And I just like, yeah, it's important to wear pierced earrings.
Are there any beauty or fashion trends that you regret being a part of? Were there any fashion trends that you didn't like?
Oh, I like just about all of them. As long as it looked good on me, that was fine. When I was younger, my mother dressed me in too short of clothes, and it bothered me when I went to school and went up the steps because my underpants showed. Of course, they matched my dress, but it's still, I didn't care for that. No.
is what is the best technological advance that you've seen in your life so far?
Oh, Lindsay,
You can have more than
there
one.
were so many things. Let's see, the talkies, the movies, and cars, and there was a big change in clothes, and just about everything. Of course, when we came to California, the war was just starting, and it was kind of rough then because everybody below the age of 50 was being laid off. And it was hard. It was hard. But we made it. And we're all still here.
So when you were young, you didn't have automobiles yet?
Uh, well, they were kind of like automobiles. They were weird looking. All I saw were the pictures. I was too young to even think about it. I was born in 1920, so it was quite a while ago. They were all open and kind of rattle trapped. They weren't pretty slick cars, but we didn't have any. My uncles did when we came to California, but I was only about a year and a half or 2 years old when that happened, so I really don't know too much about cars. We didn't have TV until I was a teenager. Then I remember, no, we watched listened to the radio. We didn't. No, it came about then. I don't know what year. Really got a video when I was a teenager.
How do you stay motivated to work hard at a job that you only feel so about?
On my jobs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoyed them. I worked at the aircraft factories, and I did typing and it just I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the company, the people, and I enjoyed the work. We laughed a lot. It was fun.
And what was your most embarrassing thing that ever happened at a job?
I worked at Awful Fresh McFarland's, and when we made the chocolates, and we had these big machines. She had to climb a step ladder to get up to put the creams in, and I kicked the ladder over when I was getting up, and they had to come and get me down. And then it was a little bit boring. The candy came out in little balls, and you have to separate them on the tray. And it got a little boring, so I sang. I sang and danced while singing, and in circles, and I guess they were watching me from up above, and the boss came down and he laughed and wanted to know if I wanted to go out on the floor to sell instead of do the candy. But it all worked out okay. He laughed. He he, he liked me. And that was all okay. So I did. I went and did that. That was quite interesting. The whole thing was interesting.
If you could have a heart-to-heart conversation with anyone in history today, who would it be and why? Anyone.
Oh, I think what I really remember that we liked was Roosevelt, and I enjoyed reading about him and his and the family, his kids, and the whole thing. He was a very interesting character, and so was his wife. And he did a lot of good, too. He did an awful lot of good.
Here's one that's a little more light.
Good.
Is it better to live together with someone before marriage or not?
Well, I can only go to me because they didn't like me living alone. So it was his daughter and my daughter got together and decided that Bud should move in with me because he wasn't getting along by himself. He was having sick spells.
And that was Dad's brother.
Yeah. So I said okay that he could move in. He'd have his own part of the house. It had his own bedroom and his own bathroom, and we were just good friends. And then after he moved in, he decided to be a little romantic, and I told him, no, nobody moves in with me unless I'm married to him. And that was it. So he straightened up for a while. Then pretty soon we were in the kitchen cooking. He helped me a lot with cooking, and he said, "When do you want to get married?" And I said, "What did you say?" I said, "When do you want to get married?" I said, "Well, just as soon as we can." He said, "Okay," and that was it until the next day. And we drove down and got the license and had a party and invited everybody and got married.
So you married Dad's brother.
I married my husband's brother, and we were best friends. We always got along together, and I got along with his kids very well. So Shelley had been calling me Mom for years, so it worked out fine. And then he got sick, and he passed away. So I wasn't interested in getting married anymore. So it got kind of rough where I was living, and decided to move out to where the kids were living, and I would have company.
How do you get somebody that you work with that doesn't stop talking to stop talking?
You have to be open and frank about it. So you just ask them to wait until we went out to lunch or something to talk, because I was busy and I couldn't do what I'm supposed to do and talk too. So let's wait until after that we can talk.
How do you feel about things, material things and possessions at this point in your life?
Well, material things were wonderful. I like them, but the things that I've had that brought back memories of my family, I cherish them very much. My This is hard. My grandfather was a carpenter, and they decided to make a cedar chest for me. Mom did, because I was 16, and so Grandpa got the cedar logs and sawed them up, and made me a beautiful cedar chest where I could keep all my things that I cherished. And I still get choked up about it because I loved him very much. He was this old Scotchman that was very sentimental. And anyway, he was good to me and I loved him. So I cherish those things. And the clothes that my babies wore when they were christened. The little things that really meant things to me. The meat coat is nice, but I can part with it without crying. The meat coat is beautiful. Yeah. Well, I like the fox coat and the mink, and they were beautiful and I enjoyed wearing them. They were nice and warm, but I didn't cherish them like the other things that meant things to me, because that was just kind of like greed, liking expensive things. They're beautiful, but they don't. The feelings don't last.
How do you manage or not manage to forgive?
I don't know. It's easy. You don't have to like what a person does to you, but you try to look for the good in them, if there is any. And the people who have hurt my feelings, well, I don't know. You just live with it. You forgive them, and you go on with the ones that you do love. I loved my family and some of my best friends, but there's some that I feel sorry for them and hope that they would change and be better people. But that's about it. But I don't sit and grieve about them and moan about them. Say a few bad things once in a while, but I still love them. I just don't like what they do. And I just live with it, and that's the truth.
How do you feel about computer dating?
Well, I wouldn't want to do it. You're taking an awful chance. I, yeah, you're taking an awful chance. If I did a computer date, I would make sure that I had other friends around me when we had the date, and make sure that he was not an old lech, and that we could be close and like each other and do things together. It would be nice. But I'm really not interested. But I just wouldn't feel good about computer dates unless I met with a lot of people until we got acquainted and knew what kind of a person he was. My granddaughter met somebody, yes, but he turned out to be absolutely wonderful. He's a good husband, and he'll be a good father, and his parents are very nice and very knowledgeable. They're Jessica's Dow's and Steve have a baby girl, and we're all thrilled. She's my great-grandmother, daughter. I'm her great-grandmother. And Jessica sends pictures constantly of her so we can enjoy her. And then she's coming to visit with the baby. And I look forward to it very much.
What do you wish that you spent more time doing?
I wished I had spent more time with my piano, playing the piano. And I don't know, there's a lot of things that I did. Drawing, doing artistic things that I enjoyed. Well, I danced until I couldn't anymore. But I do wish I could dance now, but I can't. I get the wheelchair and I move around and dance to the music. And I kind of enjoy it, but it isn't the same, but it's something. Keeps me busy. I dance to all of the old ones, Glenn Miller, Koopa, Tommy Dorsey was great. They were all good. We went to the good dance hall in Hollywood. And it was really fun. And then we went to where they did folk dancing. And we did all the folk dances. And it was fun. We had a lot of fun. And I danced really until I was 16, doing acrobat and ballet and tap. And
You were a good dancer, huh?
I don't know if I was a good dancer or not, but I could follow anybody and do all the dances. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I entered a dance contest, and my sister was one of the other contestants. She was good too. And I danced with one of her boyfriends, and she danced with the other. And we were the only two couples left on the floor, and I won the cup. I've enjoyed every moment of my life. I've loved the people that I've met, the dancing I've done. And I only hope that the other people that I know and love that can do the same thing and enjoy their life, live it to the fullest, make friends and keep them, and be happy. I am happy. I cry a lot when I think about people, but I am happy. And I enjoy what I can do. I just try hard to do more. And I think I will. So I enjoy my family and my little dog. And that's about it. Huh?
What about me?
The best thing that I have and enjoy is my youngest daughter. And she is a marvel. She just bends over backward to do anything she can for me. We laugh until our stomach hurts, and we just can't possibly laugh anymore. And then every time we think about it, we start laughing again. It's really funny. We're so much alike in certain ways. And we do get a kick out of our lives and the different things that go on.
Well, I
We
think
enjoy traveling together. And it's good. It's fun. It's fun to live this old when you have somebody like that around you to keep you happy, and her friends come over, and it's nice. It's nice, and I'm enjoying my old age. We laugh every day, and I think that that's probably what's kept me alive all this time, and as well as I am, because we laugh every day.
can you still do cartwheels?
I doubt it very much. I haven't tried recently, but I was still doing cartwheels when I was in my 50s, probably. I did walkovers rather than cartwheels.
Whew. Okay, that was really emotional and funny, and I think now you can see why I take care of my mom and why she's so special to me. And thank you for your continued support. If you liked today's video, if you'd like to see more of Ask Grandma, leave it in the comments below. And please subscribe to my channel. And thank you for being here today so much. Mwah. The left and the right, left and right, and left and right, left and right, and the left and the right, left and the right, and the left and the right.
Lindsay, we need more sea suckers. Doing the butt scrunch now. Have to do at least 30. Lost count. 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Did you record Ellen?
It's recording right now.
Okay, good, because I don't like to miss her.
I know.
Okay.
It's your favorite.
Even talking about it, I get weepy.
Don't mess up your makeup.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am.